Hello everybody and welcome to the INORL Benihana Cup Series. We're here live at Indy Motor Speedway for the running of the McDonald's 500. And you could probably tell from the title of right here on your screen, Back to the Bricks. This is a different kind of Indy we're used to racing. This time we're using the Indy covered in bricks. That's right. The entire Indy Motor Speedway track is covered in bricks in this kind of race. So it'll be very interesting to see how these cars will hold up to the bricks. And this is the last race before this regular season finale at at the New Jersey Super Snack 500 track. So a lot is at stake here, and then after the season finale, we will set up the points. We will have the drivers who advance over the division winners and the wildcard competitors and the ones that are eliminated. But first we head over to Indy and we'll have some fun. Anyway, on the pole today it is the Cleveland Brown, Ron Houston. On the outside is the Philadelphia Eagle of Connor Smith, who almost won back at Texas, our last race. He almost won Texas. But he got held up by that Austin LaPlante, the Oakland Raider, who, by the way, is starting in 5th, which sets up a very interesting scenario here. Yeah, as you recall, last race, Connor Smith was a lap away from winning at Texas, and then he got hit by the lap car of Austin LaPlante, and then he lost his momentum and allowed Nick Parasols, the points leader at this point, to make the pass and win the race. And Parasols, by the way, is 22nd, so both Smith and LaPlante start in the top 5. That sets up to be That's going to set up to be one heck of a result. So if they do meet, it's not going to be a lot of There's not going to be a lot of love between those two. But well, we'll probably see what happens here at Indy. You never know what happens, so we're going to see what happens. And let's just go right to it anyway. Let's hear those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the cars are rolling off the track. 24 laps here. That happens to be Jeff Gordon's number 24. It's no pun intended. 24 laps under the Indy bricks. And like I said, this entire Indy track is covered in bricks. And hopefully those walls there are a little bit fixed from there. Hopefully we don't get as much of a wreck fest as we usually do in the original Indy track. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these cars will run under bricks. Pace car will be out as Rod Houston's going to lead us to the green flag. And it's the last race before. I do apologize for that. That was a little bit of my alarm there. But anyway, the green flag is out. We're underway at Indy. Great start by Ron Houston. He's way off already. Right off the bat, he gets a good start. And the walls seem not to be a big factor at all today. As the bricks are going to make this track a bit slower so that the cars can handle better under the final turns. And here comes the last turn. Whoa, that was a close call. But nevertheless, Connor and Ron Houston, he's leading the first lap here at Indy, and hopefully we'll still have racing to go with. LaPlante, look at this. Connor Smith and Austin LaPlante now second and third. They're going to have to approach each other quick. LaPlante, and already Rod Houston's pulling away to a comfortable lead. Ryan Camden going for third against Connor Smith. Here they come towards the third turn, to the third and fourth corners. And no damage from there as well. The walls seem to be less deadly than the last track we went, the last Indy we went. And the caution, I think, is out. Caution's out. We did have a caution after all. And leading the lap, it's going to be Rod Houston. And there was a spin, I think, between Chris Washer. Oh, there was damage. There was Pichu. Pichu's on pit road. And I think that's what the spin was for. And yep, it was Pichu involved in the first caution of the day. Let's see what happened here. Let's see what happened to bring out our first caution. There's Pichu coming up quick, trying to make a pass on his own teammate, Luke Walker. And wouldn't you know, his own teammate spun him out, got him in the wall, and Charles Roberts a little damage from there. Then Chris Washer hits Dustin Ray, and they go for a spin. Nick Parasol's the points leader, not the result he needed, but he was able to get through that quickly. And then, well, you know, that was the wreck that caused the first caution. My goodness. And I didn't think we were going to have too much wrecks here at this Indy configuration. But, well, nevertheless, we've had our first one today. And they're going to be pitting. Rod Houston's pitting very early in the race, from the looks of it. Yes, he will. But Austin LaPlante, he's staying out, and so is Connor Smith. So I guess this was part of his Houston strategy to pit early. And he's not the only one. A lot of others are pitting as well, but Houston, Austin LaPlante, and Connor Smith are not pitting. And probably they want to set up a matchup, the restart they want to set up with each other. Pichu, however, is going to be a lap down, so they're going to have to deal with They would have to deal with Pichu first in order to get them a battle for themselves, but well, that's not going to be the case anymore because Pichu has just retired in 32nd, and Charles Roberts has just retired as well from the wreck too. So they're not going to worry about them all the race. And neither of them are going to be pitting at this point. They're going to stay out and face each other. As we recall, last race at Texas, Connor Smith was one lap away from winning at Texas, and then the 20, Austin LaPlante, the lap car made contact with Connor Smith near the halfway point of the final lap. They made contact, and Smith lost a lot of momentum, allowing Nick Parasols to make the pass. Kyle Beck was held up by LaPlante, so Parasols had open room. So you probably get the story by now. If you watched the Texas race, last race, you probably know by now about these two with Austin LaPlante and Connor Smith lately being in the news in this league. So, well, it's now down to it'll be a battle between these two, and I can't wait to see what will transfix after the green flag waves. It's going to be pretty exciting. So here we go. We're about to get under green again. We're about to get green again when the pace car comes out. Any moment now. Any moment now. And here he comes. LaPlante versus Connor Smith. Here we go. It's a battle between these two to start off the first restart of the race. Here we go. The green flag waves. And I don't think it's going to be a battle after all because Austin LaPlante got a really good start. Don't think it's going to be too much of a battle. Or is it? Because here comes Connor Smith. He's charging quickly. Nick, and the third position, Daniel Day. He's now in third. He won the pole for 2 races before. His streak ended, but he's now in third. He's finally competing for a win. And they're going through the final corners as Connor Smith is closing in on Austin LaPlante. Again, Connor Smith was a little disappointed that LaPlante held him up on the final lap, and now he is seeking revenge. Oh, and I think it might have to wait a little longer because the caution's out again. And they're gonna be slowed down the line. Oh wow, look at that. They were bumper to bumper. A little bit bumper to bumper back there. And the caution's out for the second time today. They just pulled the caution out. I wonder who that is. And it's another wreck here. So we have our second straight caution of the day. And I thought this was not going to have as much wrecks as what we're used to seeing at the regular Indy pavement track. But apparently not the case here. Ryan Acosta got spun out by Dustin Ray and Devin Winston, and Abby Sachs all got caught up in the storm. Luke Walker, his day gone from bad to worse. He gets a bit of damage from Sachs. Both TA2 not having great days here so far at the bricks, and it's been real tough for them. And yeah. Not sure why they called the caution the moment they get the turn. Look at that. Connor Smith was about to make a move on LaPlante. Then the caution came out. I guess LaPlante was relieved that the caution came out. And these two are going to be pitting under caution. So they stayed out earlier. And, well, these guys are going to probably take the lead again. Rod Houston's early pit stop strategy may work after all. Keep an eye on LaPlante and Connor Smith. Going to keep an eye on them heading down to pit road and heading out of pit road. As you see them going in, they're already in. Well, LaPlante just made it in, and so did Connor Smith. Some drivers, I see them out of pit road. I see one of them coming out. Nick Barney came out first. Wow, Nick Barney. What a fast pit stop. And LaPlante and Smith are still going at it. And Smith is going to have to wait a little while to get out of pit road. And and Connor Smith did not have the great pit stop he wanted. LaPlante just beat him out to the line by a landslide. But Nick Barney's the one that should be happy. He came out of pit road first. But the leader into the caution is going to be Rod Houston. He pitted earlier. He was one of the first drivers to pit. He was one of the first drivers to pit under caution, and he will be the leader unless if something goes wrong that he's forced to go down pit road for. And that's not the case here. So it's official. Rod Houston's your new leader in the race. No one else retired from the wrecks behind. We saw P2 and Charles Roberts, the only two retired from the last wreck, but well, they were not factors. So yeah, Rod Houston still the leader. He pitted early along with Logan Faulkner, Charles Sanford, Kyle Thomas, Lily Erickson, Chris Washer, John Skivniffy, Kyle Sosnowski. Oh wow, Mick Barney is going to start off 12th. Yeah, 11 drivers pitted early. That's all of the top 10 and one more. Wow. This is going to set up a very interesting race. We're back under green here at Indy. And I apologize, I skipped a little bit of the green, but, well, I didn't realize. Here comes Logan Faulkner. Logan Faulkner got a great start. He's looking to get into Rod Houston. Kyle Thomas trying to help out Faulkner in the draft. And he does as the 33 makes the move for the lead. And now here comes Lily Erickson. Erickson looking to make a move. Let me bring back the scoreboard. We have 12 laps to go. Logan Faulkner just took the lead away from Rod Houston. A great start for him. He's pulling away. Kyle Thomas going for second. No, he's going for the lead. Kyle Thomas now in second. Thomas looks to get his second win this season. Logan Faulkner, he's hanging on for the lead. Trying desperately to block the 43. And there'll be 11 to go when they hit the stripe back here at Indy. This could set up a potential matchup for them in the the regular season finale race. Here comes Kyle Thomas. Kyle Thomas going for the lead. He's got the lead from Faulkner. Oh, Faulkner keeps him up on the bottom. A little contact with Faulkner. Faulkner made a little contact on the rear end of Kyle Thomas. I don't know. He was probably trying to spin him out. Lily Erickson it's her turn now. Lily Erickson trying to make a run against Kyle Thomas. She's gonna run. She's gonna get it. 10 to go here at Indy, and now Logan Faulkner trying to get second away. Lily Erickson already has a win this season. I think the caution came out though. Caution's out. Caution is out. Just in the nick of time for Erickson. Connor Smith has wrecked. Connor Smith has wrecked. We saw him earlier against Austin LaPlante in the battle for the lead, and his day has just gone from bad to worse. Wow, Connor Smith was just not the lucky person here tonight. And here's what happened. It wasn't, he didn't wreck himself. It was Ryan Camden that got him in the damage. Here's what happened. Ryan Camden spins out Nick Barney. Barney slid into pit road in a pit road incident. Camden just stood there, but nowhere to go goes Connor Smith, and he gets damaged. And so does Devin Whitston. Tough break for Connor Smith. It's just not been his race. He was trying to get revenge, seek revenge for the heartbreaking loss at Texas, and this will probably not help him out at all. On board with Nick Barney. Yeah, on board with Barney. Yikes. My goodness, was this an interesting race. It had a good mix of wrecks and a good mix of passes. We've seen that also. Devin Whitston, Nick Barney, Ryan Camden, and Connor Smith are done for the day. Oh, Connor Smith is going to have to wait into the season finale in hopes of getting another chance. Unless if he's currently a division leader or at least a second placer right now. So anyway, we won't set up the divisions until after the regular season's over, and then that's when we'll determine who will go into the divisional round and who has to play in the wild card to advance. I apologize, my alarm is at it again. This time it's my alarm, not my phone, doing most of the noise. Wow, how weird is that? Anyway, I think there's going to be 6 laps to go when we hit the stripe. There'll be a few more caution laps, and then there'll be 6 laps to go from my knowledge. So, well, it's still going to be anybody's race, and if we get another caution, it may be only, right off the bat, we may get 1 or 2 more laps of racing. But if we get a caution with 4 or less laps to go, the race is over. So Lily Erickson, she is hoping she can hang on over Kyle Thomas. They were coming at her quick. We'll see if that's the case again at Indy. Here we go, 6 to go here at the Indy Bricks. Lily Erickson trying to kiss one of them. Here we go. We still see some skid marks from the last wreck here at the Bricks of Indy. Here we go. Green flag is out again. Kyle Thomas trying to find an open lane to pass Erickson. He's got one. He found one, and he's going to trying to pass Erickson. And oh, Erickson trying to block, and she does block in time. That's going to allow Logan Faulkner to move to second. Faulkner moves up to second. Ooh, Thomas got a little wall banging there. Ericsson off to a comfortable lead. And now the biggest challenger she's got to face is Logan Faulkner. 5 laps to go here at Indy. And the caution's out with 5 to go, just in time. The caution is out. And it's for Peach, Luke Walker, and Abby Sachs, both suffering damage earlier. Wonder what happened to them. Wow, this is the 4th caution today, and I didn't even expect this to be a wreck fest. Well, apparently they had otherwise, and we still had the wrecks of Indy, though just in unexpected ways. Here are the wrecks. Here's Luke Walker and Abby Sachs battling for position. We had another spin with Chris Washer. We'll get to that in a moment. And no, wait, actually we can see the wreck from there, so we won't get to that. We actually can see from there. As you can see, they both spun. Sachs and Luke Walker got down pit road, and Declan K was able to make it through. He was another car that spun out. Let's go on board with Abby Sachs. My goodness. Let's go on board with Luke Walker. My goodness. And that was the 4th caution of the day, and maybe we may get 1 or 2 more laps left. I did say earlier we had another caution right off the bat. We'd get a couple more laps. Nick Parasol has just retired. The points leader is retired. Luke Walker and Abby Sachs both retired. I'm not sure why Parasol's retired, but it must have been another wreck that happened behind them, but we're not going to go back to that due to time constraints. So anyway, we're going to, there's still the lights are on, so that means we're going to get 1 more lap to go at Indy. I think we're going to get 1 more lap to go. Let's see, we are going to get 1 more lap to go, and we are going to get 1 more lap to go. So Lily Erickson, she's got 1 more lap to hold off against Logan Faulkner and a hungry crowd behind her. Will Lily Erickson get her 2nd win of the season here at Indy? Or will someone else kiss the bricks in victory lane? 1 more lap to go, and even if there is a spin, we'll race it to the line anyway. 1 more lap left. It's down to this one. The green will be out, then the white flag, and then 1 lap, and then the checkered flag. Whoever crosses the line first wins. Here we go. Pace car will be out. We're gonna go to a roof cam, and we'll see Erickson take the white flag and the green flag. So here we go. There's the white flag waving. Flash caution flag. And here comes there's the white flag waving, and there's the green flag waving as well. 1 to go for Lily Erickson. Wasn't the start he wanted. Here comes Logan Faulkner. Will Faulkner make a move? Ron Houston trying to help him out. Oh no, Houston's going for 2nd. On the bumper, Faulkner, there's a spin between Kyle Beck and Joel Sanford. It's down to these 3 though. Down to these 3. Will Faulkner make a move? And I don't think Faulkner's going to make it. Houston going for 2nd. Can he do it? He's going to hold off. Erickson might have done it off the final turn. The defending AFC champion Lily Erickson is going to get her 2nd win of the season at Indy. What a race here. Lily Erickson holds off Logan Faulkner and Ron Houston for the win. That's her 2nd win of the season for the defending AFC champion. And her run continues. And we saw a spin between Kyle Beck and Charles Sanford on the final lap. And that's how we got to only these 3 drivers competing Let's see what happened behind them, behind a 3, which was intense. There's Kyle Beck. He got into Kyle Thomas. Sanford got hit as well, and Kyle Sosnowski, he got hit as well. That's the 4th straight race he was involved in a wreck. He was just a lap away from ending the streak, and well, it continues. Jonathan Skibnicki and Charles Sanford, Hayden Klein, they get hit as well. Dustin Ray, a little bit of damage. My goodness. But Ericsson holds off a hard-charging pack of 2 other cars to get the win here at Indy under the bricks. And she will be kissing the bricks at victory lane tonight. And then 4th, John McNamara came around for 4th, and Kevin White survived to 5th. James Shelley was 6th. George Rourke 7th, Jacob Lawler 8th, Daniel Day 9th, and Alex Ragow in 10th. And here's the rest of the field. DJ Curtis retired with no fuel, which could mean, that might mean that we could actually, that if there was another lap, we could have actually had a fuel mileage race. And by the way, Sosnowski was able to finish in 16th, so it's technically, the streak might have ended already. He just was involved in another scuffle, so, well, yeah. Anyway, well, Lily Erickson, her 2nd win of the season comes at Indy, and we're heading to the season finale with these points going to be a factor in the season finale. So let's show you the points. So here are the point standings heading into the season finale. Nick Parasol's 109-point lead over Connor Smith. The top 2 have not changed. Lily Erickson moves up 4 positions to 3rd. Kevin White moves up to 4th. Jonathan Skibnicki down to 5th. Austin LaPlante down to 6th. John McNamara up to 7th. James Shelley into the top 10. He's now into 8th. Alex Ragow is up to 9th. And Declan Cave moved back in the top 10 with a 10th. And here are the rest below. Pichu is the biggest loser of the race. 7 positions down to 11th. And the highest climber of the race, I think, was Shelley, who moved up 5. So, Lily Erickson, Jonathan Skibnicki are now the only 2 drivers with more than 1 win this season. So, that made it official. Erickson wasn't the only one. So, anyway, so we have 1 from the AFC and 1 from the NFC. But Nick Parasol somewhat is the leader, but we may have to work on Parasol's result because he had to call his car. I accidentally put in his name in 2 races, so may have to deduct points from wherever he earned in race 1, however many. I'll have to deduct that. So, and that's when we divide them to divisions and see who wins the divisions. So this is not the final point standing. This is just to help us get us a better understanding, to get us who could win the division and who will be a wild card competitor. So we're going to separate all these into divisions after the season finale, after race 16, and we'll determine who will go in the divisional playoffs and who has to race in the wild card to make it to the divisional playoffs, and who has to and who's eliminated. So not all of them, or not all 32 will compete in the playoffs. So not all of them will compete. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will give a point bonus over Devin Winston, Parasol's bonus over to Devin Winston after the race, because Winston started 1 less race than others, and Parasol started in 2 in race 1 by accident, so I'll do that later. So this is the account second here, and see you in race 16.